If you're thinking of buying or selling in Milton anytime soon, watch this video because I promise you by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how busy the Milton real estate market is. And that way you guys can decide if it's a good idea to buy or sell or not. Now, let's start with the basic supply and demand, exactly what is going on in Milton. Short answer is the supply is just not keeping up with the demand right now. You can see here, I've been keeping track since the beginning of last year. But if you guys want to focus right here, this is what has been happening since the beginning of January 2023. New listings are only up 25% since the beginning of the year. That is not good news because spring is supposed to be busier than winter. So only a 25% increase is just not enough to keep up with the demand because the demand has gone up 128%. So number of homes sold in Milton are up 128%. New listings that have come up since January are only up 25%. That's why you're starting to see houses sell faster and sometimes with multiple offers. Now, speaking of multiple offers, let's look at exactly how many homes have sold above list price. So in January, what has happened is 26% of homes that sold above asking price. Now that could be like $1,000 above asking, or it could be $100,000 above asking. I can't really break down that way because I just don't have the data for that. But they did sell above asking 26%. Then it went up to 28% in February. And now in March, it was as high as 32, which is not bad. It's only a slight increase since the beginning of the year. But what makes it scary is April 14th, which is today, they are as high as 44%. So 44% of listings that have sold, they have sold above asking price. Now let's do a 5-year comparison because I want to show you guys how the market has changed in the last 5 years. If you guys want to know what your house is worth, you can click the link down below. But let's get back to the data. This is March to March only. So March 2019 all the way to March 2023. You can see here, March was busy. If you compare it to the last 7, 8 months, yes, March is busy. So the market is getting busier. But if you compare year over year, it is still the slowest, at least in the last 5 years. I bet I could probably go back 8 to 10 years. It would still be the slowest March we've seen. The busiest March was 427, which was in 2021. So just data to feed you guys, and hopefully something helps you guys out. Now let's look at prices. These are average prices for March only. So March 2019 all the way to March 2023. You can see here the increase and decrease. Back in 2019, you could get a detached house for less than $900,000. And then it went up all the way to $1.7 million in March 2022. So you almost made $1 million if you bought at the right time in 2019 and sold at the right time. But like we know, life doesn't always work out that way. It is almost next to impossible to market time the market that accurately. So some people did get stuck buying at the peak, and now they have lost about $300,000 in 1 year. Freehold townhouses, $632,000, and now they went up to 1.1, and now they are selling for about $950,000. That's a freehold townhouse. And condo buildings only. So the last one is for condo buildings, and that is $452,000 in 2019, and now they are selling for about $666,000. Six tasks that I want you guys to kind of keep an eye on because this kind of gives you a better pulse of the market, exactly what is going on in the market. Obviously, price is king. Everybody wants to know price, and it makes sense. But if you guys want to know which way the market is trending, this will give you a better idea. If you have an agent, he can show you this stuff. He should be showing you this stuff because we all have access to the same data. If you don't have an agent, I'm happy to help out and help like answer any questions, help buying or selling. Now new listings, they have gone up, but I showed you guys from January to March is only about 25%. Active listings gone up slightly, not much. Months of inventory, they are right around 1.5, 1.5 months of inventory, less than 2 months right now. SNLR just means sales to new listings ratio. If it's anywhere from 40 to 60%, it's a balanced market. So right now we are in a balanced market. but it is trending upwards. So if it crosses 60%, it would mean we are in a seller's market once again. List price to sale price ratio. Basically, you're not getting any discount on the price unless the price is high, and then you can negotiate a little bit. But if it's priced at market value, you can expect to pay sticker price. So it has been right around 100% since the last beginning of the year. Days on market, it is going down, so it is trending in favor of the sellers once again. Because if you see this coming down to like 2 weeks or so, that means everything is just coming up fast, selling fast. So it's not great news if you are a seller. So that's why I always say please do a lot of research before you jump into anything. Sellers, once again, it's a good time to be a seller because there's just not much supply, so you have very little competition. Now let's do a month by month comparison in case somebody wants to see what has been happening month by month. This is what they were selling for at the big peak of last year, like January 2022. So I will leave that up there. That was at 1.56. Now we are selling for about 1.4 in March, and that is a detached average price. So they have gone up since the beginning of the year. Freehold townhouses, they have not gone up much since the beginning of the year. So they were selling for $928,000. Now they're at 945. So not a huge jump, which is kind of good news if you're a buyer. So even though homes are selling faster, they're not going up like crazy like they were last year, like $50,000 a month or something. Condo buildings only. So this does not include condo townhouses. Condo buildings only. They are selling for about 650 in January. Now they have jumped up to $666,000. So not a huge jump once again. And number of sales, as I showed you guys before, it is the busiest month we've had since August, but it is still the slowest March we've seen in the last few years. Now, if you guys have any questions about the market or if you're thinking of selling or buying in Milton, I've worked in Milton, I live in Halton, so I know the market well. If you guys have any questions or if you need help and you don't have an agent, feel free to reach out at this number and we can talk. Thanks. Bye.